Hey, I'm Mike Forget, work for Sierra General Contractor. I'm a site super, and this is a day in the life. So, what we're gonna go check on now, because the day started, we got trades on site, they're coming. We've got about 5-6 guys doing an orientation right now. No matter how far along you are on a site, it seems like you're always doing orientations. We had the heaters going all weekend. The heat's going, so the drywallers are still taping on the inside, which we'll go through later. But right now, we're gonna go shoot temperature of the roof for the decking, only because our roofers require it to be no more than -10 out, which it is, but then the decking itself can't be higher than -10 because otherwise their adhesive and their material won't apply and they can't roof. Typical day is chaos. Come on, where it's a little warmer. In the building, every single trade here has a jar card that they got to fill out. We sign off, and it's going to indicate what work they're doing, where they're doing it, and how they're doing it. So with that, it's going to point out the hazards, how they're going to do it safely, and then we review it. Because sometimes they're nearsighted, where you got to think of a whole project. So all the trade will think about their job only. But we have to think of the whole thing. So if he's putting in ductwork over there, who's under it? Who's around it? Everything we do has to be scheduled so the next guy can keep going, so no one's holding each other up. And when you're walking by, you see stuff like that, like the guys on the lift, you always have to look to see, make sure they're tied off. So your head's always doing something. You always got to be looking for something. I saw that both of their harnesses, they're on, they're tied down, it's safe, they're good to go. They've already taken out their permits to do it, so we're fine. That guy up there, he's tied off, right? So it's as simple as that. We're not hounding anyone, just got to make sure they're doing their job safely and correct. It's the part of the job I really like, is being able to rip through drawings and then catching this stuff. Like it is the best part of our job, is like going, how are we going to get it done right and get it done and make sure it's actually done. So right now, obviously it's dark earlier. So if it was a new build, they can't really even start up till the sun comes out because there's nothing going on. So on those typical days, you're 7 o'clock. When the job progresses to the point where we're putting up steel, the trades want to start earlier, we start earlier. Me, typically, I like to be here a half hour earlier because I got a daily I got to start. I got jar cards I got to fill out. I got any hazards I got to deal with, as well as just kind of get your head in the game for what's going to happen. Because 9 times out of 10, there's going to be people showing up all the time. Supers, we're here early, but your trades, they show up they're usually at their shop for 7, so that means they're not on your site till 8, 9, 10 o'clock, depending on if they got to go get material or what. But when that happens, they usually come and go, hey, I need an orientation. And the big thing there is so that we can, as supers, explain to them, hey, is there hazards on site? They don't know. They've never been here. So they don't know if we're using some sort of chemical that can affect them a certain way. We don't know their allergies. There are people that break out in hives from paint, from dust. So those things is the reasons why you have to come do an orientation. So then we can, eliminate the hazard. If there is a problem somewhere, it's either PPE or vented or go work somewhere else, right? And that's a constant struggle for supers. But that's a day in the life of a super. So as a super, we got to know everything. We got to be the smartest person in the building. We have to know how to build everything, or at least have a mindset of, at least we think we know how to build everything. So when these guys all show up to site, they know absolutely nothing other than their one job. I'm doing concrete, I'm doing electrical, I'm doing this. Well, we as supers got to be able to make sure that we know how to do it with them so it's effective. I always said that if I can do your job, I would, but I can't. So I have to rely on you and your knowledge to get stuff done effectively. I almost said So what I'll have to do is, if I get a set of drawings, the first thing I'll do is I'll start from the foundations or the footings, and I'll color them, because some buildings have different size footings, different size everything. In order to make it easy, you color it. Like this is this big, make it yellow. This is this big, make it red. So when the trades come to do concrete, then it's here. This is what I have. You're able to use it, but you have to do your own drawing. But I'm here to help. We're here to help. So the best way to help is make it idiot-proof. Color it, right? And everyone works together. It works good. I tell all my trades, don't do anything without coming to look at my drawings first, because all the RFIs, all the change orders, I'll tape them to the drawing. So if there's a change that they don't know about, they need to come look at it. This is my typical daily. You know, they have key points in here that we're supposed to look at. It'll upload automatically the weather time and the weather conditions, wind speed, everything like that. This is basically the day-to-day, what's going on, anything I do gets put into here. It's supposed to be like a story, so everyone can track it through the day, what comes up, anything that happens, orientations, materials, everything goes in here. So right off the hop, you know, was there any scheduled delays? Not a real delay, but we can't do the roofing because of weather conditions. So I have to input that, and then I have to put that in its own delay tracker. So then down the road, we have a reason, right? Because every job we do is based on a schedule, which is a set time. And if one thing holds up another, it's always a chain effect. So it's important to keep as many notes as you can. I've been at Sierra for 19 years, hitting 20. I like the fact that it's challenging every day. There are different styles of buildings. You get to meet and talk to cool people, get different ways of thinking. There's more than one way to do everything. So it's a giant, vast of ways of doing stuff. And it's really cool because construction's always changing. And that's the day in the life of a Sierra Site Super. See ya. Have a good day.